Before you think you're a broker, wait, let me explain something to you. Because sometimes we're doing better than 95% of people. And we may not know this because we're stuck on using our bank balance as a yardstick to determine how rich or poor we are. So today, I'll be sharing with you 5 signs that you're doing well financially. And maybe you should start giving yourself some credit. Okay, number 1. You're not trapped by status. You see, one of the clearest signs that you're doing well is that you have stopped playing that status game. This is the game where you're forced to level up to match a certain status. As per marketing manager, you should be riding a certain type of car or living in a certain type of area. If that is not you, you're winning. Most people are still trapped in that zero-sum game where they only feel successful if they have more than their neighbor. If that's not you, you're winning. You see, these people, they buy things that leave them in debt just to be able to convince friends and colleagues that they have arrived. They've arrived in debt. If you have reached the point where you build wealth quietly rather than trying to signal to people that you've won, knowing that real wealth is something that sometimes we don't see. They are the assets that are building behind the scene. You're living life on your own terms. You're winning. So now let's get to sign number 2. You spend less than you earn. This is one of the greatest money flexes. It is simple but powerful sign that you're doing well financially. It means that you've built your lifestyle comfortably within your income rather than stretching beyond that. When your expenses are consistently lower than your earnings month after month, you are winning. Because by that time, you're creating room for yourself. You're creating space to save, space to make investments, space to make decisions from a place of confidence, not a place of pressure. People who live above their means would end up relying on credit cards, personal loan, or even becoming a burden to others. All those urgent 2K, urgent 10K. I have realized that many people don't know they're spending above their means, especially those who make lump sum payments, like we often do back in Nigeria. Last year, I reviewed the finances of someone who was so convinced he was living below his means, he just didn't know where the money was going. But he had not included all of his expenses. So let me share a scenario with you. Your take-home pay is, say, 500,000 naira per month. Your monthly expenses, 400,000 naira. That alone doesn't mean you're living within your means. You must include in that calculation your total rent divided by 12, because we pay annually in Nigeria, right? Your children's annual fees divided by 12. And of course, you should also put any lump sum income also divided by 12. You see, putting all that in the calculation will give you a clear picture of whether you're truly within your financial capacity. If after this exercise, you're still below your means, a strong sign that you're doing well financially. And this one habit, living below your means, this one habit can be the foundation for every other financial win, because it frees up cash for you to build emergency fund, to pay down on debt, to invest for the future. It just gives you option. You can wake up and say, no, I don't want to work in this toxic environment again. You can take opportunities without fear. You have options to build wealth intentionally. So don't underestimate this principle. I know it sounds basic. Oh, everybody should know that. Trust me, most people don't know. So when you master this skill of living within your means, you're winning. So now let's get to the third one. You have a growing emergency fund. If you have that buffer somewhere, even if it is not a lot, even if it is 1,000 pounds saved somewhere, 500 pounds saved somewhere, earmarked for nothing other than emergencies, you're doing well than most people. Trust me. Having an emergency fund shows that you're not just surviving month to month. You're planning ahead. You know life can happen, and you are preparing for when life happens. This fund gives you a cushion against those surprises like car repair, family emergencies, medical emergencies. So instead of panicking and, turning to debt, you have a little something that protects your peace of mind. And if you're adding small amounts to it consistently, you're building a powerful habit. You see, one of our members in World Quarters once mentioned to me that, Adebola, I wouldn't be able to invest this month because I need to build back my emergency fund. I touched it for some family emergencies. I thought that was some cool discipline. You know when to pause investing, build back your emergency fund. Cool discipline. So put aside 3 to 6 months of your living expenses. These are your non-negotiable expenses like food, rent, electricity, and put this in a high interest yielding account, easily accessible. For Muslims like me who do not take interest, there are options you can consider. In Nigeria, for example, there is Lotus Capital And here in the UK, I use Gatehouse Bank. So they give you returns or profit on your money. There are other options in the UK. Please feel free to do your research. I can tell you I didn't do a lot of research before going for Gatehouse. So don't take my word for it. Do your research. Okay. As the emergency fund grows, your confidence grows. You start making decisions from a place of strength rather than fear. You can take opportunities. You can negotiate better. You can avoid toxic situations because you're not financially trapped. What is that sign number 4? You are focused on net worth, not just income. I don't judge people by how much they earn. No, it is on net worth. So if you're not just about income, but net worth, you're doing well, because this is one big sign of financial maturity. Income tells you how much money is coming in. Net worth tells you the truth about your financial health. It reflects your assets, your debt, and the real progress that you're making. When you start paying attention to net worth, you shift from looking rich to actually becoming wealthy, becoming rich. Those who prioritize net worth, they think long term. They invest, they reduce their debt, they make decisions that build value over time. They understand that a high salary means nothing if nothing is left at the end of the month. When you track your net worth and watch it grow, even if it is slowly, you're not just working for your money is now working for you. If you want to know how to ascertain your net worth, you have to ask yourself first, how much assets do I have? This can be your house, your stocks investment, your property investment, your cash balance, your savings. And then from the total of all this, you back out your total liabilities. And this could be your mortgage balance, your car debts, your other debts, your loans, everything. Those are your liabilities. When the value is positive, you're doing well. And by the way, I have a simple net worth calculator with explanations. If you like this so that you can calculate your net worth, if you comment net worth, I would send this to you so that at least you know what it looks like and you can start working towards making it either positive or making it grow. So let's go to the next sign. You have manageable debt, not lifestyle debt. There is a massive difference between borrowing money to survive and using debt strategically. You see, many people take on debt just to maintain a lifestyle that they can no longer afford because of rising inflation sometimes. Sometimes it's because they just want to keep up with the Joneses. That kind of borrowing isn't empowerment. It's a lot of pressure. When debt for you becomes a lifeline, it just drains your peace and it keeps you stuck in a circle of financial stress. So if you're in a position where you're not forced to swipe your credit card to pay basic bills, you're already ahead of so many people. Doing well financially doesn't mean you have zero debts. It means your debt is just intentional. It's a choice. It's something that you use to build, not something you depend on to survive. When debt becomes strategic, then you're operating from a place of control. That is one powerful sign of financial strength. If you recognize yourself in all the signs, you've already done the hard work of building the foundation. And if you're thinking, these signs look foreign to me and I really need to start redefining my finances, then I can work one-on-one with you. I'll leave in the description box the link to request my personal finance coaching services, and please feel free to check this out and I'll see you on that side. Changing your finances isn't as hard as it seems. It just needs to be intentional. Saying to yourself, I'm done being broke. You can't change your finances in 6 months. And I have a video on this. I'll see you in that video.